Okay, so today we're here with my good friend Ephraim. He's been around for a while, and we're going to talk about the game Ready Fuckers Calculators, the server. We're going to talk about him and what he's done in the past 5 months or whatever it's been. Welcome, Ephraim.
So what's up, Shawnee? You kidnapped me, you dragged my
Mm-hmm.
corpse into your basement, and now I'm
Yep.
sitting across a table under an incandescent light talking to you about some
Um,
random Discord game two hacks made in their spare time.
pretty much, not quite, but that's a good way to think of it. Um, yeah. So today we're gonna find out all about you. So, like, how did you get into Endless War and PCP and RCK and, all that stuff?
So quite literally, I got into the PCP the most boring and average way possible. Did you, bro? um,
Classic.
Classic. Uh, I got in. I don't know. I want to say like I like anime. It's no
Mm-hmm.
secret. So Digibro video got recommended to me, so I watched it. I thought, hey, that was kind of boring, but I don't know. I'd watch another one if it got recommended. And like a week later, it did. So I watched it, and then I found out he had an After Dark channel. And then I started like religiously watching After Dark just for background noise. I never listened to a thing he said. It was just background noise. And then one day I had just like ran out of videos from his After Dark channel to listen to, and I was like, shit. So then I went on the PCP and found one of the episodes he was on. And at first I would only listen to episodes that he was on, but then I realized how cool Ben Saint was, unironically. So I was like, oh wow, that guy's cool. And then like Hippo, uh, Jesse, Devu, they were all pretty cool guys. So I started listening to the PCP, like actually listening to it instead of just like having Digi for my background noise. I want to say that was like 2016. It was pretty early on. I don't remember. Oh
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
then yeah, when the first RFCK video came out, I didn't pay any attention to it. I was like, cool, that happened, I guess. Looking back, I totally should have watched it. I was still a surface level fan. I wasn't quite too far gone. Um, then I'll say one day I needed background noise to play video games. Frog Fractions had just come out, and it was like, how long was Frog Fractions? Like 2, 3 hours?
7 hours? Five
It was,
hours?
yeah, it
One of them was
was
7 hours.
stupidly long, and I was stupidly ready for it. Yeah, no, it was sick. So I watched it and I was like, wow, that was really good, and I did a really good video games to it. Sign me up. Um, so I went back and watched the other ones, and I was like, wow, this is really sick. And started watching them more, and every time one come out, like Frog Fractions 2, Part 1, Part 2, that was weird. Um, but yeah, because I remember being in college, like dorm life, and over the span of like 5 days or like 3 days, I watched Frog Fractions 2. Um, like I would just like show up to my dorm, and by this time my roommate uh, had moved out. Not my Chinese roommate that I've talked about in the past. It was the roommate I'd moved in with after that. He was like done with school or whatever, so he was gone. So it was just me in this dorm all by myself, along with Ben and Munchie and Spirit. Um, it was intriguing. It was a weird time. And then when they finally released the video talking about how they didn't have a Twitch, I was like, oh cool, they have a Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I followed their Twitch, but didn't see the Discord link in the video, in that YouTube video. So I like didn't join the Discord right away. I wasn't a day one boy. Coincidentally, believe it or not, I joined on day 19 along with Can Man. We're day 19
Huh.
boys.
So you joined around the same time I joined then.
Yes?
Um, I don't know which day I joined, but I think it was like the 15th or 16th.
Yeah. Really easy way to find that is just like search before May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, just day 19, me and Can Man. Screw him for being a rowdy, but uh,
Yeah.
it's the
Well,
brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. And then you joined, and you would like play a lot.
Yeah, when I joined, I was like, wow, this is really interesting. Um, and I like mined, and I got enough slime to enlist. So
Mm-hmm.
back then it was like
420.
it was 420, and I was like, oh, I did it, I can enlist. And I enlisted a killer, and then I realized once I enlisted, I lost access to the mines, and then I was like,
Yep.
huh. So I didn't know what to do, so I just suicided and went back to mining. Um, but yeah, I enlisted killer just because I liked Ben more. Like
Mm-hmm.
at the time I found Munchie funnier, but I found Ben in his like whole alternative lifestyle more relatable because
Right.
he does shit I do all the time. Uh,
Like.
like I recently quit my job. Um,
Oh. Oh.
not not because like it was a bad job or because I was having problems with it. It's because the day before RFCK Con, I took a sick day because my family wanted me to go to a Halloween party or something. So my mom was like, "Hey, just call in sick. Come out to your grandparents' house." I was like, "Okay." So I called in sick, and typed up the message like a sick person would. And my manager, she was like, "Yeah, that's okay and all. Just remember to bring a doctor's note when you come back." And I was like, "What?" So I was like, "I don't care about this. I'm going to RFCK Con. We'll deal with it when I get back." Um, so I went to RFCK Con, uh, came back and was like thinking about it. I was like, "Screw it, I'll just quit."
Yeah, much easier than like going to the doctor and asking for a note.
Yeah, yeah. So I just texted her. I'm like, "Yeah, I quit."
Well.
So yeah, alternative lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enlisted killers, mined, and I remember killing somebody for the first time. I didn't know who it was, but I just saw they were PvP and PvP enabled. They're like some rando juvie who just no name. I was like, yeah, screw it, I'm gonna kill him. So just killed him.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Never looked back.
So, did you get like much into the game? Did you ever get very big in season one? Or at
Yeah, I
least
got
early season one, of course.
not quite early season one. I was like big enough and well known enough to make it on Can Man's art that he did. If you remember
Mm-hmm.
that, the
Yep,
one
I
of the first
remember.
con. Yeah.
Yep, it was in the
Um.
first episode of the Slime Times or issue.
Yeah, but I was the bottom of the list, and I strived for much more. Um. But it was interesting. I was an up and comer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I was nothing to like Thalamus or um like Levy. Levy was a legend back then. Holy shit! Like I remember joining the server and just seeing people talking about Levy, and I was like, who? What the heck's a Levy Jevy? Um, I didn't ask who. I asked what, and then later I found out it was a who.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, so yeah, like my first impressions of like big people or like the people that were mythical were like Levy Jevy, in Bin and Munchie, and it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Um, so I got, I guess I got bigger, like more well known around the time the dojo and weapons came out. Uh, was that before the new fag rush?
Which rush?
Uh, getting over it video.
Oh yeah, that was way before.
Yeah.
The Stux came out after the dojo.
So yeah, that was pretty cool getting weapons. I remember when Connor and Owlboy, whenever the bank came out. Who remembers the bank? Am I right, millennials?
I don't. I wasn't playing it at that time.
You weren't playing it when the bank was there?
Um, After I played like the first time, I didn't play for 2 weeks until
Really?
the day I came back was the day the stock market got introduced.
Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't near as like into it as I am now, just because circumstances are different now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I remember when Connor and Owlboy were making the bot that would mine then invest and then if it died, it auto revived, and everybody was pissed, and everybody and like the rowdies and killers like made this truce against those two to just like murder them constantly, so they wouldn't get any slime.
Yep. And everyone forgot that Connor did it, and we only ever talked about Elboy doing it.
Yeah, right. And I remember like that was when I was like that was like the lore contest, like debatably the best contest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the so like I was like looking at all this awesome art and all this cool shit everybody was making for RFCK. I was like, I want in on this gold rush. So I made this really, really shitty art about the mine bot incident, and I regret it. And
I
it's on the
remember it.
it's on the Boru. Don't go look at it. Thanks. I'm not going any further into that art.
Yeah, let's not talk about your epic art.
No.
So then, I remember you from season 1 because you'd always be up at like 7 or 8 in the morning for me in voice calls, and we'd talk in the mornings. But that would be like 2 or 3 a.m. for you at that time.
Oh, I always stayed up late. I always stay up. No, 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 no. Sleep is for the weak. Also, I always most every day I always stay up till 2 a.m. at least because that's when Fire Emblem Heroes resets and I can get orbs to summon.
Have you been playing Fire Emblem Heroes for like 8 months now?
Oh, I've been playing it since it came out like 3 years ago, like 2 years ago.
Do you play it
Uh,
every day?
I I only missed like 4 or 5 days of logging in.
Wow, incredible.
Now that doesn't really mean I play every day, but it means I at least log in every day.
What do you get for logging in?
Orbs.
Are
Some,
herbs good?
yeah, it's like a gotcha game, and orbs are the currency.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I haven't played it. I'm not a big fan of Fire Emblem.
That's okay. You'll die though.
I will die. So then the ARG started up, and you were big into that when it happened.
Oh, the ARG was so cool. Um, Shout outs to whoever made the ARG. We still don't know to this very day. It is a mystery. But yeah, no, I remember when Inlet War first posted me, Thalamus, and Gay, and somebody else. I want to say Can Man. Um, we were like hanging out, and they posted in the stock market, and they posted like the economy crashes minus like 15% or some shit. And everybody like flipped out because what Inlet War was just like an account. It was back when Endless War's name was Green, so it was an account that was a juvie that looked like Endless War but wasn't, like used the same name. And it started out as just like a trolley boy, and I remember Canman withdrawing and immediately dying because of it.
Hmm.
It was really funny,
Really sad.
really epic. Learning the circumstances in the future. Um, Truly an artist, but damn, yeah. And then I remember when it started posting like the videos in the stock exchange. Everybody was like saying, "Oh, it's an ARG, it's an ARG." I was like, "Nah, there's no way, there's no way." I was so wrong.
And then, like, that ARG lasted for months.
Yeah, it lasted through the summer.
Yeah.
I was real big into it back in phase one when it was a lot of like puzzle solving, and I remember like you, me, and a couple others just staying up real late, or I guess you were waking up early,
Hmm.
to do ARG stuff.
We had 2 squads. We had a night squad and day squad, and
Yeah,
you and me were night squad, and retro PK,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah,
And I want to say, didn't Day Squad get all the credit for everything?
pretty
Because
much.
we would like get real far into a puzzle, and then it would like just like pass out, and then
Hmm.
Day Squad would swoop in and solve it. It
Yeah,
was
it was like 3 a.m. every day for me was when the puzzles were solved.
yeah,
So that'd be like what 10, 9 for everyone else.
yeah. But then I'd be off doing something. But yeah,
Hmm.
and then Ben was in there that one time. That was pretty cool.
Hmm. And everyone thought it was Nate because they were like in his stream for part of it.
Yeah, that was like the first piece of the actual very first piece of the ARG was on Nate's stream. Um, and it was so bizarre because we all got there and we were all kind of talking about the ARG, kind of waiting around. But then Nate just super casually, like without even looking at chat, dropped the ARG bomb. He's like, "Hey, whoever's here for the ARG, what's up? How you doing?" And so we're all like, "Holy shit, it's Nate."
And then it wasn't Nate.
It
We got a clue that said it wasn't any of the PCP.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause like there was like a stint where everybody was trying to figure out who Inlet War was, um, and there were a lot of good theories. Uh, One of my favorite, just because it had to do with me and I remembered it, was that it was everybody except me.
Yep,
Um, Horrifying, horrifying thought. I still believe it to this day.
it could have been. You'll never
Oh
know.
no. Um, yeah, and then like eventually we all just like convinced ourselves not to try to solve who it is, just to solve the actual ARG. Good
Yeah, because
decisions.
it's more fun, and
Yeah,
like it will ruin it.
yeah. Ah, that was so interesting. I always thought it was Nabi for the longest time.
Hmm.
Um, because there were a couple times when there at least one big time when Inlet posted not an inlet, like they forgot to switch counts. Um,
Yeah.
so I was like looking back, who was part of that conversation, and it was like Nabi, me, and a few others. So I was like, it might be Nabi. Ooh, bet.
Hmm. I thought it was a Kanman from day one.
No, it couldn't have been.
No, of course not.
Um, I was gonna say something about the ERG. I completely forgot. Continue.
Okay. Well, there's a lot to the ARG. But instead of finishing the ARG, you decide to go disappear for a few months.
I died. It was big funny, not really. Uh, so top secret information that I probably have told everybody.
You've told everybody.
During the summer, I work at a Boy Scout summer camp as a lifeguard. Um, it's a big fun time and I enjoy it. But that summer, I went to scout camp. It lasts till July 14th or 15th, like mid-July. And then it was supposed to be over. But then my mother hit me up, and she worked for like this youth ministry program, and they had like really nice summer camps all around America, and like they're like resort tier summer camps. It's wild. And she hit me up and she's like, "Hey, this summer camp that I'm about to go to for like 3 4 weeks doesn't have enough lifeguards. Will you come?" And I was like, okay." So I went and toiled at that summer camp immediately after the scout summer camp and was gone even longer. Um, and in the midst of that, whenever I saw that everybody had died was at scout summer camp. Um, and it was interesting because I had dropped my phone in the pool. So I like had no contact with anything for a while. And whenever I got a replacement, I like hopped on Discord, saw that everybody was dead, watched the video, got sad because I had a lot of slime, and then like had other things to do, so I kind of stopped being sad.
That's the best way to deal with your sadness. Mind people that are gonna drown.
Yeah. Jeez, I
Yeah.
hate kids.
Who doesn't? Child soldiers, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, just like thinking about all the cool art people, like the whole child soldier concept, why isn't that used anymore?
Um, it should be. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, how come no one's talking about being child soldiers anymore?
Sixten did it recently. Shout outs to him.
Shout out 610.
Uh,
Yeah, and then you came back like 2 or 3 weeks before the game came back? Something like that?
yeah. Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks. I remember at one point when in the summer, I saw that everybody was getting art from this weirdo named Witchy that I had no idea who was. And then somebody said, "Oh yeah, you have to sell a body part to him." And I was like, "Well, that sounds gay, but I'll do it anyways." So I went to ask, and then Gabe, I guess he was newer at the time, because I had never seen him before, and everybody was like all about Gabe. Gabe Fever. Um, Gabe's like, "I'll just make you an art," and I was like, "Do it." So he did. The madman. Yeah. And then I came back. Um, uh, yeah, a little bit before the game came back. And it was so boring being dead for that long. Like even like the 2 or 3 weeks I was there, I couldn't imagine having to go all summer being dead.
Yeah. Well, you're
Well,
lucky you were busy with kids. Let's say that.
must have really sucked, guys. It's a shame to be you.
We'll get into that some other time, probably.
Oh, but damn, I'm so like thankful that everybody did die during the summer.
Because then
Because
you didn't miss out.
yeah, what's the thing called? Isn't it like FOMO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had real bad FOMO at first before I
Hmm.
learned that nothing was happening, like quite literally. Um,
Yeah. I get real bad FOMO.
I also had FOMO during the ARG. Like whenever people were like the day squad was waking up and starting to work on puzzles, I like wanted to be there when they solved them, but no, I couldn't.
But you know, nothing happened, and you didn't really miss out. So it's all good in the end.
Yeah, it is all good in the end. Um, then season two. I feel like we
Were you around for the start of season 2? Like,
yeah,
right start.
yeah, actually, um, my normal day cycle is I'll wake up, I'll go to school, and if I don't have a job, which I don't right now, I'll come home and I'll immediately go to sleep, and I'll just like wake up whenever. I set an alarm for this. Be happy.
Hmm. Thanks.
Um, then so like I was like asleep, and then I want to say I got a lot of Discord pings on my computer because I have just Discord open in another monitor all the time.
Hmm.
I got like a lot of pings or something happened, and I like woke up and like looked at my phone because I wasn't gonna get out of bed, and I saw that like uh shit was just going down, dude. And I was like, "Oh fuck." And thankfully I wasn't in the mines when everybody was trapped in. So I like revived and I was like, Jay chillin', and I only fought the Nega Slime once because like I got a bunch of slime and then equipped a rifle because I didn't have my nunchucks because I sold them to Witchy anyways. Um and then I like shot at the Nega Slime some, and then he immediately killed me. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Epic.
Good luck, guys.
Well, they got him in the end, and then season 2 started.
Yeah, and I remember day one when Dupity was hunting down the Lord of Ghosts, God rest his soul. Uh, but Lord of Ghosts was like chilling in Cop Kill Town, being all chummy chummy, trying to like live there or whatever. And I was like, get out of here. This is Cop Kill Town. You don't live here. Oh no, I live here now. No, get out of here. Hey guys, if you haven't seen AJ's Troops video, go watch it. It's good.
Shout out to AJ Shoop.
It was a real prophecy because it happened. That really happened. AJ's a cool guy.
AJ is a cool guy. And
Um.
then, that the day when you shot yourself when you try to kill Fat Yoshi?
Oh no. Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it now. Fat Yoshi. Anybody says Ephraim and Fat Yoshi's like, oh, that guy shot himself. Here's the image. Remember that time, guys? No shade though. No shade. Um. Yeah. So I want to say it was that day or maybe the day after, but the Rowdies' mine time had ended, and you guys really didn't do jack shit during it. You kind of pissed the bed on that one.
Hey,
So
don't blame me. I was just waking up.
so me and Avange, we mined a bunch. We got a bunch of slime. We got to like 60 million or something real good. I think that's where I capped was 60 mil. Uh, and we got our rifles. I had my rifle. Its name was the Crack Bay Killer, and then movement was busted, so you would
It
go
was
through,
like 2 second movement time.
yeah, 2 seconds, something like that. So people were like zipping through areas. Well, me and Avange were like, dude, what if we like camped out and just like shot them as they drove by? Because they're not gonna see us because they're going so fast. So we can just bop them. And so I set at green light and he set at crack bay. And we totally pioneered camping. Anybody who did it after us is lame, right?
And
Right.
it didn't work.
It totally worked. It worked really good for a
No,
while.
it didn't work after that.
Oh, after that. Oh, yeah, because like people would like see you sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
And even like even then when me and Evange were doing it, they would like everybody else was so small that they would see me and Evange sitting there, they couldn't do a thing about it, right? Because like even if they would go to our area, we'd see them first and we'd kill them immediately. And even if they got a shot off, it wouldn't do much. Which leads up to the point where Fat Yoshi was like, I'm just gonna reverse this. When I zip through, I'm gonna have a kill Ephraim command pasted or copied. I'll just paste it as I get in the area real fast. And he did it. And the way I was doing it, the way I was killing people who came through, I had just like exclamation point kill in my bar. And whenever somebody would come through, like pop up on the sidebar, like where it shows names, I would right click mention them and then enter. Um, and most of the time get them that way. So when Fat Yoshi came through, he shot me. Um, and like I wasn't even really paying attention. I was doing something else. I should have been paying attention more. Um, he shot me, so I got a ping from like the area. So I was still in the area. So I was like, oh shit. So I like went really fast. Right clicked the first name I saw, mentioned it, but it wasn't Fat Yoshi. It was me. Um, and I shot myself and critted myself in the ankle. And like obliterated like 10 million or something of my slime.
I think it
And
was like 50 million.
it was some stupid number that like I just like nearly killed myself. And Fat Yoshi didn't even do that much damage. He did like 100,000 maybe.
Hmm.
Uh, so we were all in a voice call at the time. And so I flipped shit. I was like, "No, how could this happen? I can't believe this." And they were like, "What are you talking about?" And Fat Yoshi was like, he was all happy because he thought he had shot me. He had done a lot of damage. And then I posted a screenshot of what I did. Uh, Yikes. Just big yikes.
Hmm.
That was stupid.
It, it was funny.
That was really
It was one
funny.
of them RFCK moments that you like to see.
Yeah, yeah, it was like a season 1 moment.
Hmm.
Hashtag season 1 we miss you cast coming at you. Not really.
Season 1 was good. Season 2's different.
We're working on it.
Hmm. We're working on it. And then you and the Vanch pioneered the dojo strat, right?
Yeah, me and Avenge, we were like, hey, let's go train rifles. We went to go train rifles, and then we realized it gave us like an excessive amount of slime. So then I want to say Avenge put in the cathedrals like, hey, come to the dojo, spar me, and then leave. So like we totally like got really big, and that's when I hit 60 mil, if I remember. That's the biggest I've been in season 2, and haven't gotten back up to that point. Um, so yeah, it was like really cool that we did that first, but then the rowdies figured out, and then the dojo just became where everybody was at a given time, um, which is insane.
Hmm.
There were
And then
so
we found
many.
all the funny like dojo strats, like ordering pizza for people.
Oh, I know. I remember like seeing that as a command, like ordering pizza for people. So like I would do it in the food court. And like, cool, I gave you a pizza, LOL. And I remember I think I did it one time for Revenge, like ordered like just to like test it and see if it worked. And I don't think anybody picked up on it. And I want to say you did it some before it became like
Yeah,
a
I
huge
did do it a
fad.
bit before it became a thing.
Yeah, and then like out of nowhere everybody was like delivering pizza. Um and the cathedral got like the pizza delivery channel.
Hmm.
Uh
We got one too.
Kip and Magix, I want to say.
Yeah, it was Kip and Magic for the cathedral, and it was mainly me for the rowdies. and we had like two or three other people that did it occasionally. Revolver Dot did it a bit.
Yeah.
Robotobot did it a bit.
I want to say we had one more person who did it, but I can't
It was mainly
remember.
Kippa Magics because
Yeah.
I talked to them a bit when we were doing it.
I gotta just imagine you guys just sitting in the food court, like sending pizzas out the window, just like, so, come here often?
Pretty much. It was good. It was a good time. I think that's my favorite part of season 2 so far.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty cool. There wasn't a lot of gang violence, but I think it was pretty aight.
I think it was like the most dynamic gameplay because there's most happening at a time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Now it's a lot of sitting around and waiting for hours.
It's I think I think the pizza delivery thing like put the whole safe zone camping thought into people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my opinion, I mean it's always been there, but I feel like ever since then, just sitting in a safe zone for days on end, has just been a thing, and it's been like, why? You got all this slime, go out and kill people, and
Mm-hmm.
the only person who ever did go out and kill people with a bunch of slime was Hale.
He got
Shout outs.
101 kills. Hey, I have second most kills this season with like 50 something. So,
Really?
yep.
I remember in season one, I got a lot. I got a lot for like the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went inactive, and then you passed me like a little
You
bitch.
probably got around 10.
I got 10. I got a bit more. I'd
I
say it was like
doubt it.
13.
Mm-hmm.
I have the screenshot somewhere. But yeah, no, it was like a lot for the time because every
Yeah.
time you'd kill somebody, you couldn't defend yourself, and you just have to see if everybody was gonna rush you at the same time.
Yeah, you had to wait a minute before you went out of PvP.
It was. I thought it was like 3 minutes or something.
Um,
It was
it
a lot of
was
minutes. It
it was
was.
3 minutes for withdrawing, and then it
That's what it
was
was. Yeah.
10 minutes for killing and mining. I think.
Yeah. It was horrifying to say the
Yeah.
least. Yeah, and I remember. I mean, I know I got more kills during like the crack bay, because I killed at least like 30 or 30, 20, 20, 30 people during that
Mm-hmm.
battle. But I never like dated to check how many because it was just a constant onslaught of rowdies. So I was just I would type kill and then look who had a PvP tag, didn't matter who, and just immediately kill them every time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that battle to me was a lot more fun than Canman's assassination. 'Cause I didn't do
Yeah.
anything in that. Like whenever Canman got assassinated, I was like too big at the time to like risk it. So even if I like wanted to do things, I feel like a Vange would have been like, "Nah, dude, don't do anything."
I'm not sure if I've enlisted by the time crack thing happened.
Yeah, was that? Were you around for Investor? Was that when Investor was really big?
Um, Investor died when Catman died.
Oh yeah, it was like not too long after, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember watching that.
Mm-hmm.
What a shame.
What a shame. And then I hosted the investor contest, which lasted for like a week and a half.
And like two people entered.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stupid won.
Mm-hmm.
That should never happen again.
Hey, the dice rolling was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm. Also, it seems
Jeez.
comic.
I wonder how history would have been rewritten if if Investor would have won that dice throw.
Mm-hmm. Me and Crocs were talking about this the other day, actually. Who knows?
There would have been so much slime.
So, like, he was already so far ahead of everyone, including both kingpins.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He was the first one to reach a giga.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, I couldn't even imagine what would happen if they'd won that dice. Because that would have been like times, what's the craps? Times five? Times
Six,
six?
5. I think it's times 5.
It's five. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
five. So that would have been like 5 gigas, and then at the time where like kingpins were at like
It would
five
have been 50, I'm pretty sure.
50.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Hard.
sure by the time it got to that, he was at 10 gigas. From, like, investing.
Oh yeah, I totally got my Because I was there when he reached the Giga, which was like a big
Hmm.
moment because we were all like watching the stock exchange, like, or like waiting, like holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Um, yeah, so I guess I just got it mixed up. But yeah, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, you're right. Jeez, that would have been so much. That would have been so
Oh,
much
being so
slime.
far ahead.
Do you think what would have investor done if they had won that dice throw?
No idea. Because I'm pretty sure at that point in time, no one expected him to win it.
Oh, it would have been insane. I can't even imagine the pop off.
Like during the investor contest, you really wanted me to join the killers.
Yeah, I really did because you're still you are a killer. It happened. It
Hmm.
finally happened.
I
Uh,
am.
I totally wanted you to, but I didn't possess the talent or the drive to make an art for investor. Um, but geez, if I could have, I would have.
I'm pretty sure, like during that time, you said most days to me.
Yeah, yeah. Damn it,
Yeah.
damn it! You could have been a killer. It could have all been
Hmm.
different.
Well, now you want to be a rowdy?
No. To be honest, I'm like, it's like a funny meme that I've betrayed more times than you have in season two. I don't know if you've
Hmm.
noticed. Um,
I've noticed.
it's like, you know, before Boston, I was really like toying with the idea because Munchie was in my head, and the time that I was in the ref house for game balance, um, I don't know, it was fun, so like I got used to it, and I really wanted to be rowdy, and then I went to Boston, uh, and then it's not necessarily that like I hung out with Ben a lot or that he was just like super cool. I mean, he was cool, don't get me wrong, but after that I was just like, yeah, yeah, I just like belong in the Killers. That's just how it should be. So hopefully by the time this comes out, I'm a killer again if Ben pardons me. Who knows?
Hopefully.
He might just
Hmm.
not pardon me, and I just might be a rowdy forever.
You could ask Munchie too. He would do it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm really close to consortship.
Not as close as Papes.
Oh my
Hashtag Papes
gosh.
for concert.
You got your top killer art. Now I need my concert art.
Hmm. No, you already have your concert art. Once you need
I
it.
I have like the his Inktober art,
Yeah.
but that's like not in the
Okay.
consort
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. Okay. Ask Munchie for it and see if he does it. He might.
Um maybe I'll have to stay in here for a couple more weeks just to get some concert art and
Just
then
in case.
immediately leave.
No, this is epic.
That's like the only reason that you weren't consort sooner is because like you teased the idea of betraying the rowdies so hard that Munchie was like, yeah, we're not making up a consort.
Yep. Nobody trusted me. None of the concerts.
Did you ever actually plan on betraying the killers
Hmm?
or the rowdies?
Um, kind of. Like, it would be funny.
Yeah, it would have been, but it was even
Yeah.
funnier that you never did.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as soon as I got labeled in front of everyone as going to betray the rowdies, I became, like, the most active rowdy, leading everything that we did.
Hell yeah.
The biggest betrayal of all.
Sick.
And yeah, you made, like, that video that one time about season 2 and what was going on and how you felt.
Yeah. Yeah, I did make a video one time. How many views did that get?
Um, I'm not sure.
I'm
I have
looking
it
at it.
somewhere.
It got 75 views.
Hmm.
Uh, so I obviously wasn't around for a lot of the apocalypse. Apocalypse 2. Aren't we in apocalyptic? No, never mind. Um, so like I didn't really notice all the RP coming up, and then whenever like season 2 hit, and then I started like noticing it a lot more. I was like, this isn't Endless War. Endless War has never been an RP server. What's happening? So like I made that video at like 3 a.m. While listening to lo-fi music because we had just done, not just done, maybe like the day before, we had done the Lost podcast between me, you, and Paradox.
Hmm.
It doesn't exist, by the way. Don't ask.
No, don't
Um,
ask.
So like it made me realize that I wanted to get better at like talking in general and like recording. So I was like, yeah, screw it. I guess I'll just like monologue and see how it goes. Um, and I remember making the video and not like wanting to specifically like say I hate role playing, uh, just 'cause like that felt like almost shallow. So I just tried to like offhandedly like say that role playing was gay, and I guess it worked out, and I guess like there an actual point came from that video. I did not
Hmm.
expect it to, and
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna post it in the main server. I posted it in the cathedral. Um, and somebody was like, "Hey, post it in the main server," and I was like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah, do it." And I was like, "Okay."
And it got like really good response, and everyone agreed with you.
Yeah, I was like, I inspired the conversation topic for like a week after that. Really
Hmm.
bizarre. Um,
And since then, like the whole roleplay thing has died down a lot.
yeah, I guess it has, hasn't it?
Hmm.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah, you made the change.
Interesting. I hope I
Did you
didn't.
not notice?
I mean, I guess I kind of noticed a little bit. I hope I didn't like scare anybody off. That's like my
Um,
biggest fear about saying things is like scaring people away from RFCK. Cause like, I mean, do what you want to do, but at the same time, I guess not everybody's gonna agree with you. I don't know. It's interesting.
hmm. Well, you just spoke your mind, and that's all you can do. You can't really like make anyone do anything.
Yeah. Huh.
Hmm. Hopefully, you didn't like make people not like RCK.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But I think it was more of like a wake up call of like, hey, this is what's actually going on. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know. Was a that was interesting. Like I did not expect that video to do anything.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm surprised I even uploaded it. But oh well, I guess we did it, Reddit.
Yeah. And I feel like since then we started getting more art because there was a big art dead zone where it's like two or three people doing it. And now it's a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I feel like I don't know if it's like saturation that's like because I feel like there used to be a lot more people making art.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's like saturation just because there's a lot more people now, and like those artists are still there, but they're like just fewer. But I don't know. I hope. For me personally, RFCK has inspired me to like try to make art. I haven't like gone so far as drawing. I should though. Um, but yeah, I hope it's like inspired other people too, because it's really cool and it's a really cool like concept.
Hmm. I feel like at this point it's led to a lot more long term projects than short term, like it was back in season one. So we're not seeing as much happen day to day.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
But we've got
Um,
like four different people making comics, and we've got other things happening too. Like we've got this going on right now.
oh yeah, we're on a podcast, aren't we?
Yeah.
When's Crackdown coming back, Gabe? I'm name dropping you right now. Bring back
When's
Crackdown.
Terezi stuck coming back?
Terezi stuck.
Terezi stuck's great. Everyone check out Terezi stuck in the description below.
You know, just like kind of segueing from the video,
Hmm.
uh, it hasn't really dawned on me, and I don't mean to sound like egotistical at all or narcissistic, but like it hasn't dawned on me how popular I've gotten in RFCK. Cause I like you know my first experience was just being like that guy who was like there, and everybody was like, oh yeah, Ephraim, he's here too. But now like what really got it, what really like made it dawn on me was whenever you guys raided the art server, but art all changed your name to Ephraim and used the Ephraim emote icon. It
I
was
remember that.
really funny, and I was like, wait a minute, I wasn't even a part. I didn't even do anything, huh? And like random people have just like been saying stuff like Ephraim is the quote unquote. This whole thing is in quote unquotes the most iconic killer, and that's also like no, no, it can't be. What about Thalamus? What about Levi? What? What? No.
Hmm. These are people that haven't been around for season one,
Yeah,
so
it's bizarre.
you're like the figurehead for killers now.
Uh, Working on it. Let me get pardoned first.
The best killer is also the one that isn't a killer. That's right.
Poetic.
I'm the best killer.
Poetic. You are the best killer.
Hmm.
Also, what's up with all the freaking color that's been in the top killer portrait? Ben is going
Uh,
wild. Like this
there
newest
isn't
one.
too much color. I don't
This
feel
newest
like.
one, just like I feel like everybody who got added got some color to him, and it's
Mm.
really cool. And he
It
did
is
really
really
good.
cool. I really like it.
I think my favorite one out of this batch was Magic's easily.
Yeah, Magic's
Or
also really cool.
Smearg is also really good. I mean, they're all really good, but
Hmm.
Magic's he did a good thing with Magic's.
Hmm. Um, the best one would be me if I've in there.
Too bad you're not.
Hmm. I'll have to edit it myself. I like how you look more pink than everyone else.
Oh, do I really?
Yeah.
Oh, I really do. Actually, I don't know if he's changed my color at all. And it is funny how you can like look at all the original ones that got in, and
Hmm.
like the newer ones have such more like complicated designs. It's kind of cool to look at.
Hmm.
It's truly the progression. But yeah, I
Yeah.
am more pink than everybody. Ben is almost the same shade as me. Uh,
Hmm. Almost.
Theorize on that, gamers.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Um, uh, I don't know. We kind of blazed through season one, which is interesting. Um, but no, I use nunchucks. Did you know?
Fun fact.
Did you know that I was like the only person in season one to ever use nunchucks for some reason?
Um,
I don't know.
it's because they're bad, and they're still bad.
They're not that bad.
Uh, I remember doing the maths for them, and
They have the random chance. If I got all 5 nunchucks hits, it'd be really good.
yeah, but they're really unlikely to hit. They're the least accurate weapon, I'm pretty sure.
You know, Evang will get this and other melee players, but Mango. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm just Mango in this one.
Okay.
The
Well,
nunchucks are the Mango of RFCK. Accept it.
um, remember when brass knuckles were the most overpowered weapon, but they actually weren't?
Yeah, yeah, no, like people,
Because me
everybody
and
got it.
Malnax did the wrong maths.
Yeah, everybody got it in their head that the brass knuckles were really good, but they weren't. It was really funny. And like I remember somebody tried to explain it one time and nobody listened and everybody kept using brass knuckles.
Yeah, Crack explained it to like me and Malnax, and then I went and fixed the sheet for it, and no one cared at that point because everyone was under the impression that brass knuckles were the best weapon.
Yeah, real bizarre.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, brass knuckles.
Hashtag revive brass knuckles.
Uh, are you have any more questions? Can I go
Um,
home? I'm
yeah,
scared.
you can go. I'll let you free.
No. You've
Thanks for.
Stockholm syndrome me. I have Stockholm syndrome now. I'm here forever.
Oh, well, that's okay too. Ready for life.
But you're a killer.
What's the difference?
Theorize on that, gamers.
Yeah, and on that note, goodbye. Oh wait,
Uh,
read the description and YouTube and I don't know. Do I need to say anything else?
oh yeah, let me plug real fast.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Put your Twitter.
at follow Derpity Schmerple at XX Derp Schmerp XX. It's my only plug. Do it.
Yeah, cool.